Yo, Neha!
What happened, Kara?
I'm trying to grow vegetables, but it's not working, oh man!
Well, are you using fertilizer?
Huh? What's that?
Well, fertilizer is put into the soil to increase its fertility. Fertilizer can make the plants grow faster and stronger.
Oh, so the plants don't die as easily, and using it will make the entire growing process a lot easier?
Yeah, that's right. But don't be fooled, Kara. Conventional fertilizers affect our society and the environment the most. And it also is made out of chemicals, and chemicals have many negative environmental impacts.
Really? Like what?
Well, this causes fertilizer runoff.
What's that?
When the fertilizer seeps into ecosystems nearby and throw off their ecological balances.
How does it do that?
The nutrients in fertilizers, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, overfeed some plants in the ecosystems, leaving less room for others to grow. For example, the excess of nitrogen and phosphorus contributes to algae blooms that deprive oxygen from fish and other aquatic life in lakes and ponds.
Wow, that's so selfish.
Also, they may help grow plants, but the fillers do not promote life or soil health, and there is no decaying material to improve soil structure. That means it does not benefit the soil at all and actually ruins it.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, it changes the soil's pH levels, irritates the balance in microbial ecosystems, encourages pest overpopulation, and contributes to the release of greenhouse gases. This pollutes the air for all animals to breathe and even for us.
And aren't chemical fertilizers addictive to the plants?
Yes, so more and more must always be used.
Wow, once you start, you can't stop.
And since it is so difficult to maintain, there is a risk of over-fertilization.
But I thought fertilizer was a good thing. What happens when you use too much?
It's scary how plants can be killed and ecosystems can be upset due to the overuse of fertilizer. There can be a toxic buildup of arsenic, cadmium, and uranium, which can seep into the food that we put on our dinner plates.
Oh man, that can't be healthy for us.
You're right, and not only is fertilizer bad for ecosystems nearby, it is bad for the atmosphere all over the earth as well.
Holy moly, how does that happen?
Petroleum and other fossil fuels during the refining process waste energy while doing it.
And isn't petroleum a non-renewable resource?
Yeah, it is. That means we can't continue using chemical fertilizer forever, and we will have no more once it's all gone.
So does that mean we can just use the petroleum until it all runs out?
No, Kara. Petroleum is also bad because it can cause oil spills and is toxic to plants and animals. High temperatures of petroleum produces nitrous gas, which contributes to acid rain.
And breathing air in the air pollution is bad for us too, right?
Yes, it is. That's one of the negative social implications on humans, but that's not all.
Oh no!
Animal ingredients are used in chemical fertilizers, and they are over-harvested to make these fertilizers.
Oh, that means no more mackerel in the sea. But doesn't mackerel sometimes have mercury and PCB? I'm pretty sure that's harmful to our health when it transfers into our bodies through the fertilizer in the plants.
You're right. Also, sewage can be found in chemical fertilizers. What will people think about that?
We're eating plants treated with our own feces?
Gross! Chemical, more like chemucal, am I right?
Huh? I don't get it.
Kara, it's because the negative effects of chemical fertilizer don't only impact me, they also impact you and everyone around us.
Oh man, then what should I use? How can I reap the benefits of fertilizer while minimizing the negative environmental and social implications?
Well, we have some options. You can use animal manure, organic fertilizer, or no fertilizer at all.
Animal manure? Ew, that sounds gross.
And there is not enough to use for the mass production anyway.
We already know that not using fertilizers does not work. Okay, well then how about using organic fertilizer?
Yes, Kara, organic fertilizer is a very good option because it is renewable, biodegradable, sustainable, and even environmentally friendly.
Wowza, and it's so much better than chemical fertilizer, am I right?
Of course you're right. When you use organic fertilizer, it increases the amount of organic matter, which can improve the soil structure and create more airspace and water retention in agricultural soil. Using organic matter can also prevent soil erosion.
What's soil erosion?
That's when soil is naturally removed by the action of water or wind. Another positive thing about organic fertilizer is that it is gentler on microorganisms living in the soil.
This creates a sustainable and healthy ecosystem.
Correct, and also with organic fertilizer, there is a slow and gradual release of nutrients into the soil, which means its application is required less frequently.
Wow, that means there's a reduction of operating costs and manual labor.
Yeah, and also more nutrients is preserved in the soil and plant matter rather than leaching away with rainwater. This produces a stronger and more stable plant, and as we all say organic, it's more organic.
That sounds too good to be true. There has to be some downsides to it.
Well, technically there are.
Oh, really? What are they?
There is a risk of contamination by pathogens. Fertilizer that contains certain kinds of animal feces can have pathogens that are harmful to humans if they are not been broken down properly.
What are pathogens?
A pathogen is a biological agent that causes disease or illness to its host.
Wait, but if we eat vegetables that were grown using organic fertilizer, aren't we at risk of being the host of those pathogens?
That's right. These pathogens can enter the food crops, which can cause human health and environmental problems.
Is that the only negative thing about using organic fertilizer?
No, it can also be a very bulky and messy material, making it difficult and time-consuming to apply. And it is important to apply larger quantities because organic fertilizer is slow-acting and you have to apply it early in the growing season so that the plants and vegetables can get the nutrients they need at the right time.
Oh, well, since I use a lot of it, I hope the cost is low.
Actually, commercial organic fertilizers are often more expensive per unit than chemical fertilizer, but that's okay because you can make your own organic fertilizer by composting or finding inexpensive sources that may sell composted manure.
But that doesn't sound too bad. I still think it's much better than using chemical fertilizer.
That's right, Kira. I hope I helped you enough to save your vegetable garden.
For sure, Neha. Thanks a bunch.
But wait, don't you want to know how organic fertilizer works? Yeah! Organic fertilizer has ingredients such as cow manure, lawn clippings, and leaves, which are high in nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. These are the main ingredients that contribute to helping plants stay at their optimal growing potential. Nitrogen promotes lots of plant growth, and while phosphorus and potassium help plants ward off diseases, phosphorus helps plants form new roots and produce seeds, fruits, and flowers as well. Additionally, potassium helps plants grow quickly. Isn't that incredible? Also, secondary nutrients such as sulfur, calcium, and magnesium, as well as small amounts of vitamins and minerals in fertilizer are added too. All these ingredients are absorbed into the plant's roots to help them grow. That's it. Good luck on your vegetable garden, Kara!